system that able to help increase the effectiveness of autism therapy. So this is to be background of the research, and this research actually become the turning point on why we started Robopreneur. Yeah? So after 5 years of research in this particular topic, we managed to patent the system, and we managed to come up with the analytical proof that having a human robot with that program to help children in their social interactions, their communication and behavior, the effectiveness of the therapy will be increased around 20 to 25%. Yeah? So having a technology is something that can help the existing therapy and also the parents. Our ultimate goal is actually to bring therapy at home, yeah? Because there are big population of autism, which compared to the therapists and also the so-called teachers that certified to handle autism children, their ratio is quite big. Yeah? I mean, last time one teacher against like 50 students, and for them to have a daily or proper therapy is actually very difficult. So having a technology to help them to do it at home students, and for them to have a daily or proper therapy is actually very difficult. So having a technology to help them to do it at home is something that can solve many problems in autism therapy. So I will share with you the outcome video of this research. This is the video that summarizes. Autism is a lifelong developmental disability that affects the brain normal development of social and communication. Autism is a lifelong developmental disability that affects the brain normal development of social and communication skills. Since greatly improve the outlook of most children with autism. Although there is a growing evidence that people with autism respond positively to robots, specifically on the robot interventions, and from experimental, children's interaction with the robot, we found that the autistic behavior have been reduced from 10 to 20%.
Mereka lebih berminat dengan video-videografi berbanding dengan chalk and talk. Video-videografi berbanding dengan chalk and talk. Jadi tidak mustahil dapat menarik minat kerana mereka akan menggunakan mata mereka untuk melihat keadaan robot itu bergerak.
So humanoid robot actually is another way for them or another form for them to learn. I can see our students actually quite happy. They're quite excited and actually they try to talk to the robot.
Saya amat yakin dengan kajian yang dibuat oleh pihak UTHM untuk menjadikan robotik sebagai pemudah cara dalam proses pengajaran dan pembelajaran kanak-kanak autisma di abad 21.
Yes, I would say it's a good thing to encourage.
Autisma di abad 21.
Yes, I would say it's a good thing to encourage.
So pattern daripada unique perhaps. Can speak 40 languages. She's the first robot can speak 40 languages. I think I need to share again.
Okay, yes. I think you
Sound
have the sound. Yes, the sound was a bit off on ni.
okay.
El tren para la capital.
Okay.
Are asking not only in German and in English, but also maybe Russia or Arabic or Chinese language.
下午好，你能告诉我哪里可以买火车票吗？
你可以去位于你右侧的售票机那里买票。
啊，谢谢。
不客气。
El tren para la capital, ¿en dónde está? Mira, que lo necesito llegar
source of income as well.
So diversifying your business, is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay.
That's very important. And we need to also be careful with people and also money. Yeah. So people sometimes you trust people, and at the end that trust become problem to you. And
that is such a good advice.
And money also change people. So be careful on selecting partners. Don't easily give up your share in the company. Yeah. And always treat the money as a company money, not our personal money.
Right.
So there's another big topic on how actually managing money in the company, and we have to take our fixed salary and so on, and don't spend money like the money is belong to us. Yeah. So the money is belong to the company. So there's a big difference. And there's the most important thing that you need to put in your mind, that our job is to make money.
Right.
So yeah, that's a business.
Betul.
Okay.
Yep.
And as I mentioned just now, you want to to talk about this topic is very broad.
Broad, yes.
But I will just give one guideline that I always follow. This is actually a formula that I made myself.
I see.
How actually I want to make sure that the ideal number of staff plus our salary.
Oh wow.
And also benchmark with the revenue of the company. So meaning that if you have a revenue of 500,000, by right, ideally, you only need about three people in the company, and your staff average salary is about 2,000, and as a C class or director, your salary is about 4,000, and this is the manpower cost, OPEX. Operational cost, COGS is cost of goods sales, meaning the modal.
Okay.
And PBT is the profit before tax. So if your revenue is 500,000, if you're able to reach about 175 or 200,000 of your clean profit is good. It's already considered good. And along the way, when you increase the revenue, you can also increase the number of staff, increase the number of your, the salary increase,
salary, yes.
And also you can also, you can have bigger team. At the same time, your manpower cost will be increased, and your revenue will be reduced. So it's a trade between how you manage the revenue and how you're going to spend in terms of the number of staff, the spending of the salary, and so on. So this is the formula that I made myself, and I put in the proper chart, so that when I want to do a new recruitment, I will follow this.
Yeah, it's an awesome guideline. I think I've never seen it done this way. I like it.
So it's a bit of a personal formula, but I think can be a guideline. Yeah. I can put here. I just put here only serve as a guideline. Yes. It's not 100% accurate, but it can be something that you can follow.
Correct, because as a startup ataupun fresh graduate, they would need to see all this.
Yeah.
Talking about it, sometimes they don't understand.
Yeah, they like numbers.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So this is one. If you want this chart, you can go to my Facebook. I made it open.
Oh, okay.
You can browse through and you can download this the chart.
All right.
Open.
Thank you for that offer.
Okay. So thank you. Maybe we can have more discussion after this.
Yep. Okay. Tadi you were talking about the turning point for you to start up your business, right? This robotics, kan? I was just wondering, what was it? What was that turning point where for you, if you don't mind sharing, that pushed you actually to start your own business? Because macam you cakap, macam Doc cakap tadi, it's having a business like this is high risks. So what was it?
What was it? Actually, it's not something that you wake up in the morning and you want to do something, you change your life. It's not like that. There's no magic in this world. So everything need to put a lot of effort, and it depends on how you see the opportunity as well. So when I actually the entrepreneur blood is actually running within my body, I think.
Okay.
Because during my study also I doing some car trading. I study in Japan, and I get friends with many used car, and I start selling cars to my friends, and selling to Malaysia customer, and from there, I use the money to to buy land, to buy property, and so on. So it's become something that very passionate thing to do. But then I haven't fixed what I want to do in my life. I think I'm just going to be a researcher, because at the same time I'm very passionate in research. I did my PhD also in Japan. When I came back in Malaysia, the difference between Japan and Malaysia is actually very big. I mean, there was a lot of obvious gap between Malaysia and Japan. And having a researcher mindset, coming to the university ecosystem sometimes very challenging. You need to deal with a lot of administrative works, teaching, and so on. So because I used to work long hours, and I feel that if I put a lot of effort in this academic line, I will just waste my talent. So I do something different. I'm not letting go my academic positions, but I use that as my vehicle to achieve my dream.
Right.
So the turning point when we started the autism research is really one day when I drive from Bangi to UTHM Shalam, I saw a sticker saying about autism. Autism is not a disaster, something like that.
Okay.
So I just start learning about autism, and found that there's a lot of problems in autism community in Malaysia.
Yes.
Sometimes people ask me that I have autism children or not. Alhamdulillah, I don't have that. But I've seen a lot of struggle of parents that having autism children, and I've seen that this is something that I can do to help them use robots. So we started this research, and it's become a UTHM flagship research at one time, and we managed to secure a lot of grant, more than 5 million grant, and so on. So it's a kind of journey, and I feel that I'm able to help many parents, especially, and also teachers to achieve to ease their way of delivering teaching and learning for autism children. And I found that this autism children is very is very unique, and they are sometimes seeing a world in a different way, which we feel that we are the one that handicapped.
Kan? Itulah. But it's funny that it's a bumper sticker that push you to actually this research about.
It's very true. And if you want to say something, just put it on your car sticker. You can effect of that.
Kan? Okay. We all know that 90% of startup fail within the 5 years. So now that you mentioned that your company, alhamdulillah, so far, also actually won the Sustainable Award, what is your formula?
I don't think we have a formula for success. I think the success comes with a lot of sacrifice and also effort.
Okay.
We are not always right along the way. We make a lot of mistakes.
Right.
We have gone through difficult time. We have, we sometimes having financial difficulties as well within the company. But we always need to be dynamic, and also find a way of getting our product or solution on the right place. Sometimes we cannot sell a product not because the product is not good. We just promote it to the wrong people.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
We are saying in the wrong way. we are not. Sometimes it's very simple because of the packaging. Because packaging is not that
Uh,
in epic.
so that's why you kata marketing comes into effect lah.
Yes, yes.
Right.
So we need a lot. We need to do a lot of experiment in the market, in our product, in our solutions, and don't be afraid of having non-complete team. Sometimes we only able to to hire fresh graduate without any experience.
Right.
You won't able to get a perfect team. Yeah. It's like building a soccer team. If you have this amount of money, you can only have this level of player and so on. But doesn't mean that you cannot do.
Betul.
It's just the matter on how we identify the talent within that people.
That's true.
So there's a lot of work being done internally to push the team. And sometimes when we grow the team and then suddenly, they quit and work in somewhere else, higher salary and so on, it's normal, quite normal.
Yeah.
So don't be disappointed about that. When you do good something, Allah will give you better. So just believe in that. And then we actually are having a lot of support from the environment, from the ecosystem. There's a lot of friends that keep, very true, sincere friends that when we do good, when we are doing good, they will not, come and ask how's your business and so on. But when we are in a difficult time, they suddenly come and help. There's people that, that we need to, to really
keep around us lah.
Around us, yeah. So keep the good, the positive mind, and also a good relationship with everyone. And we are not really consider us as a success yet because we are still, in building our company. But looking back at our 5-year journey, there's always that we think that we can do better.
Of course, yes.
If I do like this, maybe I can do better. But that's how.
But that's the researcher in you saying that.
And if you are in academics, it's actually very difficult to to transform our mind to become a businessman.
Yes.
Because there are too many contradicting factors between two of them.
Okay.
So for myself, I have to manage it properly, and I have to put things into perspective, and I have to convince a lot of people, including my vice chancellor, my dean, and so on. What I'm doing at the beginning time, it's very difficult. I got a lot of warning letters. I got a lot of
yes.
Here and there. But when we achieve certain success, and they realize that this is just another way of bringing the university to the higher level. It's just another way.
Okay.
It's not the way that everyone is doing, but just another way. But the objective will be the same, sometimes better. Yeah?
Yeah. Like the saying says, there's more than one way of skinning the fish lah.
Always there are more multiple ways of achieving something.
Correct. You were one of the few that I've talked to that subscribe to the fact that making mistake is okay. You've been saying that since the first time, but which I think most fresh graduates do not understand the fact that it's okay to make mistakes, kan? So yes, I think my question is, how do you go, get over the fact that it's a mistake and you move on from there? How?
Well, we never regret our mistake because it's part of learning. You will never get the best formula with.
Okay, looks like we have experiencing a bit of internet problem. We're trying to see what we can do right now, but for now, okay, we're back.
Alright.
Okay.
What was that?
Tak tahulah. Yes, my question pasal attitude ataupun what do you do because you face mistakes?
Okay, mistake is something that we need to experience along the way because it's just part of learning. It's part of maturity. Yeah? Being entrepreneurs, sometimes there are no specific formula and way on getting our business success. You have to try it. We have to to make mistake and allow that mistake to become the push factor for our growth.
Okay.
You know, and but at the same time, we have to to think hard, to try hard. You know, if you want to fall down, make sure you fall down forward. Don't fall down backward.
Okay.
At least when you fall down forward, you know what you are getting through. You know.
Right. Okay.
So sometimes we are too excited with our ideas.
Yeah.
And then we taking a loan, we spending a lot of money on something that we're not sure, we are not even make a proper survey or proper study on it. So the money mistake is the most painful one.
Yeah. Kan kadang-kadang you take a huge loan, you know, you put your house up for collateral. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
You can do like a design mistake. You know, you can you not look at too much. You know,
true.
You marketing mistake. You know, you can just make a direct correction. But financial mistake is very painful. So sometimes we have to carry that for
a long while.
And we have to bear in mind that there's a law on spending money to investing. You know, first 2000s, make sure that you're able to break even.
Okay.
Yeah. So the first 20,000, make sure you get about 5 to 10% profit. You know, so it will increase along the way.
Right.
And don't too excited. If you have a good idea, don't just do it. You know, hold it for 1 or 2 days. Talk to different people about your ideas. Talk to your spouse, talk to your parents, talk to your friends, talk to your lecturers. You know, talk to your competitors. You know.
Yes.
Sometimes your idea is just bugging your head that this is going to be,
it's going to work. Yeah.
But then when we talk to people, we realize that there's something that we need to tune. So don't keep the idea within you. You think that people will steal my idea,
Yeah. Yeah, betul. Yeah. Ideas are meant to share.
There's a lot of mistake done by startup because they're too passionate about the idea without being realistic about the idea.
Okay. Sorry. Continue.
Sorry.
Okay. Yeah, because the other time we were talking about money and the mistakes you make via money. Some people subscribe to the fact that they say don't have money, don't start up your own company. What do you think about that?
Money is not the biggest factor.
Okay.
Because people think that getting investor is the objective. No, it's not. If you can grow your company without investor, that's the excellent one.
That's the best, correct? Yeah.
And the way we do in Robopreneur is that we are money-making machine.
Right.
My staff, from admin to sales, engineering, R&D, they are all money-making machine. They are all capable of generating income.
Okay.
Even the admin, the accounting, and the HR staff, they are handling our online store.
Okay.
So they are all have the capability to generate money. If they are not having that, they are expecting to come in the company, and just do what they do and get the salary at the end of the month. They will not stay long here.
Okay.
And they are getting experience, and I don't mind if they feel that, doctor, I want to start up my own company because I think I have confidence to do that. Go ahead. It's part of amal jariah that we are doing. We train you, you getting success in your business, and we can be colleague of.
Yeah, but that's always it with big organization or established organization like yours, where you train and people leave, kan? That's normal. I'm wondering about fresh graduates. The thing is, because as you know, we've been talking to a lot of entrepreneurs and organizations in conjunction with today's event, right? So the thing is, most of them, what I hear is they say, go start work somewhere else first. Start with established companies, start with SMEs. But let's just say these fresh graduates, that's not the way that they want to do. Do you think it's good for them to just jump into a startup company?
Well, I think the mindset that we put in our students sometimes is not that accurate. It's not suitable for the current and also the future.
All right.
I've been in the university for more than 10 years, and I've seen a lot of things that we can do better in terms of putting the syllabus and so on. People think that having experience is the vital thing to do, and you have to work with other companies and get some experience. Yes, it is one of the way to do that. But most of the time when you start working with companies, you will stuck in that. You will have what we call it, makan gaji mindset.
Yes.
You are being too complacent, too comfort with your zone. I'm not saying that's a bad thing to do. You can because there are two types of people. People that live as under wages, they salary type people, and people that digging their own money. I mean, their works trade the time to get the money.
Right. Yeah, but
people, not everyone, can be fit in every.
That's true. That's true, because when we were growing up, our parents will always say, "Oh, work with established company, don't go anywhere, be loyal to them," which is not what is happening right now, currently.
It's good also to be loyal, and also if without that group of people, the company will not growing up.
That's true. That's true. Yeah.
But for those who have different,
mindset,
professions, want to to go to entrepreneurship way as a career, I think you have to start early. The earlier you start, is the better. You need to waste your time to work with someone else to get experience. You can get your own experience by doing that.
Okay. You were talking about being in how we the mindset of the current fresh graduates, kan? We were also talking about that the last couple of pocket talks, and what we came about was that some of the expectations of these graduates or fresh graduates, they are very, very too high actually. Bila dia keluar kan, and then they graduate and then they work with the workforce, or it is sometimes part of their downfall juga. So how do you actually advise them to weather this kind of rough patches, so to say lah? Do they lower down their expectation ke?
Yeah. For me, it's a simple solution. If you think you are worth 10,000 ringgit, don't work in Malaysia, so work overseas.
Betul. Okay.
You send your resume to company in Singapore, in US, see if you get that salary or not.
That's
if
true.
you don't get that salary,
work sini lah. Okay. All right. The other thing is we hear a lot about scary stories. Scary stories about death of the brick and mortar businesses and birth of e-commerce, or businesses related to e-commerce. Would it be possible, from your experience, to run a successful business virtually? I know you are into robotics and stuff like that. Sometimes you need to be hands-on, but do you think it's possible?
Well, it's back to the, depends on what kind of business that we are doing, what kind of product and solution that we are dealing with, and also what kind of client that we are dealing with. Not every business can be done online.
Right.
Don't take it, don't take things for granted. If you're selling product for e-commerce, maybe you can survive that. But if you are selling your service or your solutions to a project basis, there's a lot of face-to-face and hands-on thing they need to do. But then, as I mentioned earlier, as a company, you need to have a good strategy. Don't put everything in one bucket. If you are selling product and solution, make sure you also have a backup income. If you cannot, like now we are in PKP and COVID, we cannot do a lot of interactions. At least there's another income coming in based on online and so on. So multiple it, and don't make it as a core business, but as a backup income is okay.
Diversify lah macam you all cakap tadi. Okay, Doc, it looks like we're coming to the end. Do you have any other things that you'd like to say before we wrap up?
I'm not sure, what I should, say to everyone, but
Tak apa, just say what comes to your mind.
I think last year and this year is very challenging years. And there's a lot of changes in the way of we are doing and dealing with our works, our client, our business. And I think there's a very good opportunity also for us to try something that irregular. You know, if we think that now people, there's a lot of people want to venture into delivery business, into e-commerce business. There must be something else. There must be something else that we can create the idea, to come up with a new innovation and so on. Don't stop thinking, and always be alert on the news, the economics news. One good value of being a businessman is that we need to aware on the economic growth, economic news. We have to. Don't just entertain yourself with all those entertainments, Facebook and so on. You can use Facebook, but social media is very powerful tool, and in fact we can get a lot of information from there. But we need to be selective. To spend more time into getting a proper knowledge and also info, so that we will back up the idea that we want to grow. A lot of young people now, they are too passionate about appealing themselves. Putting themselves in YouTube, getting a lot of subscription in IG and so on. That's not a sustainable way to do for me. You can do that, but then you need to also spend your time on building up your ideas, your product, your business ideas, and take action from there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Itu. All right. Thank you very much, Dr. Hanafiah, for being with us this morning. For the rest, we hope you have enjoyed today's talk. To get the full Voices Malaysia, download Voices Malaysia app on iOS or Play Store. Just search for Voices Malaysia. Okay. Remember, PKP starts tomorrow for all semua. So stay safe.
Actually, I'm in the middle of moving to a new office.
Oh,
all these boxes at back.
Itulah, nampak kosong je.
We're supposed to move tomorrow, and
Tak
now
jadi.
we have to postpone our mover.
Oh, wow. Okay, so that means you kena KIV for another 2 weeks lah ni.
I have to talk with my landlord untuk extend my stay here.
Itulah PKP kan caught us all. So please stay safe, stay healthy, and
stay safe,
okay, stay sane. Thank you very much, Doc.
Thank you, Adi.
Okay.